Focus on solutions. Focus on solutions. In life, things are gonna happen, especially negative things, obstacles, someone doing you wrong, someone looking at you wrong, maybe something at your job didn't go right, or whatever the case may be. Things are always going to happen, especially on the negative side. But you still have to find ways to see if you can identify solutions. If you can't, try your best to find them. Because if you focus somewhere, that's where you're going. That's what I'm getting at. I always get so like deep down sad when I go in a professional establishment, a store. Let's just use a grocery store for this example. I'll go to the store, buy whatever I need to buy, stop. Buy whatever I need to buy, go to the cashier, try to buy it, and they give me an attitude, one word answers. Uh, I don't even know how to describe it, but I'll just say this: I'm sorry for what you're going through. Okay, you're going through hard times, and you don't know how to deal with it. That's the bottom line. When I look at someone like that, and I look at the person that robbed and shot the store, the difference is not really there, except whatever they did. It was extremer, I'll say. But they're both unhappy. They both don't have ways to deal with it. And they probably both feel alone, left out, forgotten, not placed on an importance list, and so on. So we have to find ways to deal with problems by identifying solutions. You have to look to the good things, folks. You have to. And you have to force yourself to do it because naturally we're negative. Naturally we go to where things are not as negative. Think about why the best things in the world that I won't even say the best things, the things that feel the best in the world are the worst for you. Think about it. The things that feel the best in the world are the worst for you. But the things that may not feel the best now, but feel better later, are good for you. Exercise, reading, your faith, being around good company. Because being around good company also means there'll be a few. But you go to the bars, you go to a place where people are being degenerates, you'll see a lot of people. Negativity takes over, which is why like it's a daily thing for you to catch yourself before you wreck yourself. Self-awareness is key in this department. You have to be optimistic. You have to identify solutions because nobody's gonna do it for you. There's always gonna be problems. There's always gonna be things you're going through, and I'm not here to say that it's easy. It's definitely not easy, but it gets easier. It gets better. Do you want it to get worse or do you want it to get better? If you want it to get better, you have to start. It starts with catching it early and then progressing with that habit. But you have to be more optimistic. You have to look for the solutions. Because if you think about this from the standpoint of driving, if you're driving in your lane and the moment you focus in the lanes next to you too long, you start to swerve a little bit. This is what they teach us in the beginning of driving school. Not the beginning, but the starting stages of driving school. Wherever you focus is where you go. And there's no difference in real life. Wherever you focus is where you go. So identify solutions. Don't dwell on problems. Problems are going to be there. Grieving is important, yes. Things happen and you have to grieve sometimes. I get it. But don't remain in that state. Snap out of it. Get out of it. Get moving. Do something. Create uh, create energy by being mobile. Don't remain stagnant. You know what I mean? It's not easy, I know. It's not easy. But the best thing you can do is keep showing up. Keep showing up for yourself. Look for solutions. Look for solutions. So here's how you can do that. So you have the problem, okay? The best way really is to ask questions. Will this matter a week from now? Will it matter 2 weeks from now? Will it matter a month from now? Will it matter 6 months, a year, half a decade, a century, right? So if you can identify how important this problem is, and if it won't be an issue as I asked, you shouldn't keep worrying about it. You should look for the solution. That is the first step. Identify how important the problem will be from now until a decade later. Probably not, right? So look for that. Look at that. And then if it's something that's going to be a problem for the long term, look at things you can do to slowly chunk it down to less and less and less. What can you do? Let's say it's your fitness, and let's say that you need to lose 50 pounds. You cannot attack it all at once. You have to figure out what your weekly goals are going to be, right? Which will go over to your monthly goals, to your, I guess, your quarterly goals, to your half year goal, and to your year goal. You chunk down the problem until it's not a problem anymore. That's how you do it. So you ask yourself questions on how important or how big the problem will be for the future, and then if it's going to be, try to chunk it down to bits you can attack one bit at a time. That's the best way to go about it. Solutions makes the world go round. We've been solving problems forever. We solved the problem of the streets with having homes, having vehicles, having planes to go across the country, having schools, having internet, having this camera here I'm using right now to speak with you, having microphones. We solve problems. There's nothing different from the people that did all of that with us. They're people as well. So we can focus on solutions as well. Find solutions. There are solutions out there. Look for it. Especially now with the internet, there's a possibility of so much that we take for granted. Think about the people that don't have electricity, water, food, resources we have here in the first world country. Think about it. We take it for granted. So for granted that we create other things to complain about. Come on, folks. We're better than this. We're better. We're better. Look for solutions. Don't dwell on problems. Problems lose significance over the course of time. A lot of them. A lot of the ones we'll focus on in the first world country. Yes. Absolutely. Are you living somewhere? Do you have food to eat? Do you have water? Do you have shelter? I said, are you living somewhere? Shelter. Do you have your family? Do you have those things? Everything else is not as significant. You know what I'm saying? So I'll close the video by saying this. Find solutions. Every single problem doesn't hold the same magnitude as a crisis. It doesn't. Alright? Don't give the problem so much importance. Reduce it by asking questions, and then if it is big, try to find a way to chunk it down and attack it bit by bit. That's about it. Thank you so much for the video. If this video gave you value, subscribe to the channel for more, and stay tuned for more videos. May God bless you.